Sometimes the devil tries to turn me around. Keep pressing on, 'cause my soul is heavy now. Cause my soul is heaven bound.
What is the deal? What's happening with my Raider family, man? You know what time it is. You are back for another live Wednesday episode of the Raider Rundown, man. We done had a 2-week vacation off of this thing, but now you know what time it is, man. We back on that ass, right? Can't give them no breaks after this. We full force. So glad y'all could be here in the building. Today, we're going to be touching on the start of mini camp, right? We got a lot of player interviews, a lot of coach interviews to go through. At the same time, we got some updates with the roster, updates with players, the hell, everything, bro. We starting to get back in full swing. So I'm happy football is in full effect. It's starting to be in full effect. So we're going to be talking about everything regarding mini camp and what we can look forward to. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead. Let's get the intro started and let's get the show cracking. What is the deal? Like I said, you're back for another live episode here of the Raider Rundown. Make sure you guys are tapping on the like button, right? At the very minimum, tap on that like button. And if you really feeling what you're hearing, man, might as well go ahead and tap on that subscribe button as well, so you can stay up to date with everything your boy got going on, everything that I'm posting. Also, you'll find my social media links in the description below. Go ahead, follow your boy, hit your boy up, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Always a good time to talk with my Raider familiar, man. So, like we always do here on the Raider Rundown, like I always say, right? Y'all not fans, y'all fam, and y'all know what time it is, man. The show don't ever roll, don't ever run without y'all watching it. So without further ado, man, y'all know how we start every Raider Rundown show. We got to start off like this. You know, you gotta hit it with the roll call, man. I gotta salute my peeps and my family in the chat, man, in the building. First and foremost, I gotta start off with the guy, 2 Cents. What's the deal, 2 Cents? Glad you here, man. Glad you can be here with your guy, man. Always good to see some of my regulars in the building, man. Paul in the building. What's up with you, man? Glad you can be here, man, for sure. Alfredo, salute to the guy. What's going on, man? Oh, shit. See my guy, Raiders Resistance in the building. What's going on? Hell yeah. Got the crew in here, man. Guaranteed. My guy, Beezy in here, man. What's the deal? How you feeling? Man, one of the TRS brethren, man. My guy, man. Protect the Shield, a.k.a. Chris in the building, man. Live at 5. Y'all know what time it is, man. Glad you can make it, brother. For real, man. Always glad when I can see my TRS brothers in the building, man. Also, I think I saw my man Leo up in here too, man. What up, Leo? Glad you can make it, dog. For real, man. Always good to have my TRS brethren in here. Y'all know what time it is. And if I'm not mistaken, Chris, if you you got your later show with Spicy tonight, if I'm not mistaken. So after you're done watching your boy, go ahead, go over to watch my man Protect the Shield and Spicy Raider Girl, man, as they go ahead and detail many other things that I might not touch today. But at the end of the day, y'all know what it is, man, when it comes down to the rundown, man. We're going to try to touch on every topic that we can. So, right, got the roll call out the way. Make sure y'all go ahead, if you're just joining into the stream, joining in to whatever's going on, touch in with the chat, man. I definitely want to get y'all opinions up on screen. Definitely want to have that conversation rolling, man. So remember, hope y'all touch on the chat. Let's keep the conversation going. But once again, man, we're going to go ahead and keep this whole conversation moving. Y'all know what we got to do right after the roll call, right? We got to get right into the Raider recents, man. What's been going on? So really, now we can start detailing everything that's been going on with the team now that mandatory minicamp is underway. So do like to point out that there is a lot of players attending this camp, as there should be, right? Mandatory. But at the end of the day, we're sitting there saying, you look around the league, there are some holdouts going on, right? There are some contract negotiations going forth. There are some players that might not be happy within their situations. If you really look at what the Raiders got going on and how so far the vibe has been, it's been really good, to be honest. And in my opinion, right, this is almost the cleanest and let's say chillest offseason I've experienced in a while. Right? I've experienced in a while. And everything seems to be focused, right, on a singular goal, and that is to win games, right? Now, you got some outliers from the fan base here and there, but regardless of it, right, from the players, coaches standpoint, it seems very focused in the building. So I'm excited for that, right? I'm very, very happy for that. Honestly, I think that we're going in the very right direction, man. I think we're going in the right direction. This team could be very scary the way it's going because they seem very, very focused and the team seems together, honestly. So what I'm about to read to you right now is the injuries, right, of the players that are injured and or not there. So I'm about to give you the injury updates. I said all that first soliloquy to give you this, right? The Raiders have 86 players practicing here on day 2 of mandatory minicamp. That's 86. There's only 5 absences with Colton Miller with his shoulder, but he is out there. Jake Johanning, a guard. Darian Butler, linebacker. Matthew Butler, DT. And Ellerson Smith, a DN, right? So only 5 players inactive, not practicing, but they have 86 players here at mandatory minicamp. And yes, for everybody that was tripping about Devontae not being out there for OTAs, he's out there for minicamp. Like we said he was going to be, right? Because at the end of the day, there is no distractions as much as everybody want to make it seem to be, bro. There's no distractions. There's no, oh, he don't really want to be here secretly, or he's not really bought in secretly. Like, there's none of that, right? As much as people want to make it like that, there's really none of that going on. So at the end of the day, everybody is present. Everybody is accounted for, right? And like I just read to you, there's only 5 players, with Colton Miller being, let's be honest, the most important player on that list. And it's still mini camp, right? By the time training camp rolls around, Colton Miller will be all right. So everybody's here, everybody's ready to go, right? So that's the first update that we'll go ahead and give you with the injuries right there. Like I said, once again, they have 86 players here for mandatory minicamp, and I don't see anything, decreasing that number. Everybody's going to be here. Everybody's going to be present, unless it's something that they banged up and the coaching staff want to keep them out. But as of right now, we got damn near 100% participation. Damn near 100% participation. And that, right, is getting scary. It's getting scary for the league, bro, because we really are singularly focused right now. We really have one singular focus, and that's to whoop ass. And that's all I need, right? That's all I need. But let me see what y'all saying, man. What do y'all think about the Raiders having damn near 100% participation in mandatory minicamp, right? No holdouts, nobody tripping over contracts right now, right? None of that. It's all let's win. So how do y'all feel about that right now? How y'all feel about the direction so far? As we're going into training camp, everything is getting real now, right? So we're going into training camp. What's the direction? How y'all feel about that? Y'all let me know down below, man. Let me know in the comments. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. Hey, Chris, man. Chris for Raiders. Salute to you, man. Glad you can make it. He says 88 players showed up. Sure, that's tremendous, bro. That is tremendous. That's crazy. To have 88 players, right, to show up. That means that there's buy-in. You feel what I'm saying? That means there's buy-in. Let me see. Hey, Beezy says, go check out Rob Ryan's interview. He's a legend. Yeah, we're going to talk about a little bit more about the coaching interviews in just a little bit. But, yeah, his interview had me rolling, bro. He for real. He's a real dude, bro. So I can guarantee I can see the D-line really liking him as far as what they're going to be doing and how probably he coaches and his coaching style. But, yeah, I definitely mess with Rob. I definitely mess with Rob. Rafa in the building. What's the deal, man? Glad you could be here, dog. Definitely glad you can be here. Chris says everybody wants to play for AP. It's what it sounds like as far as who's in the building, right? As far as who's in the building, it sounds like we have a lot of buy-in, bro. We have a lot of buy-in. Has Rob Ryan done a Head and Shoulders commercial yet? I don't think so. But honestly, somebody got to get that set up. Somebody got to get that set up. I ain't going to cap. He do got some good hair. He going to have to get that set up some way, somehow with that marketing, right? Because at the end of the day, bro, he got to take advantage of that. Has to take advantage of that. Leo says Rob Ryan's amazing to see on that podium. Yeah, guaranteed. Leo, boom, says shows a lot of the culture shift seeing so many at the camp. For sure. Feels good to not have to look and worry about somebody holding out, right? It feels good to not have to sit here and worry about drama. Now, right? The goose ain't cooked yet, but at the end of the day, still, right? We still, so far, there's no drama. So far. And I'm cool with that. I like boring, right? I hate when people be like, oh, you're boring. They just mad because I love peace, right? Like, you mad because I love peace. At the end of the day, don't be mad at me for that. I like drama-free. That's the type of person I am anyway. I like that drama-free shit. So can we keep this drama-free? Let's hope. Let's hope. Oh, yeah. And first of all, I'm glad Rafa said it right here. Shout out to my dog Leo for going ahead and touching that 300 subs, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. So everybody, if you can, let's help him get to 500. We're going to continue to ascend, right? And continue to do our thing and elevate. So at the end of the day, right? Congratulations to my dog Leo for getting that 300, man. But let's go ahead and let's help him get to that 5, right? Let's help him get to that 500, man. Guaranteed. So y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all know what time it is. Gotta continue on with the conversation. Make sure you guys keep touching on the comment section, right? The show don't move without y'all. So keep touching on that comment section. Y'all know what time it is. All likes, all donations appreciated. At the same time, before we continue, your boy Rundown is trying to get to 2,000 subs before the season starts. Trying to get to 2,000 before the season starts. I will be giving away a Nate Hobbs jersey, right? Courtesy and from help from my guy Leo. Shout out to my guy, by the way. He's the jersey plug. But your boy trying to get to 2K subs. So at the end of the day, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. Come holler at your boy Rundown if you're a Raider fan. Y'all know what time it is, man. And trying to give away a Nate Hobbs jersey at 2K to a random subscriber. So we'll see what goes on in there, man. Smash them likes, but y'all already know what it is. We need 2,000 subs before the season starts. Let's get it. So as we continue on with the conversation, I wish I could have made my graphics, man, but couldn't have made them today. But got so many goddamn updates to give y'all. It's hard for me to give y'all graphics. But, okay, we're going to go ahead and start talking about some of the coaching updates that we've been getting, right? We've been getting some great coaching updates from whenever the coaches go up to them podiums to speak. We're really getting good insight, right? Like these coaches, they're not giving up too much information, but at the end of the day, what they say can really show you the direction. Like, for example, Josh McDaniels, right? And we'll just use him because this is probably the best example to use. Josh McDaniels last year and most of the coaches under him, very tight, right? Tight, buttoned up, right? Didn't really give you too much, didn't give you anything at all, really. So realistically, think about that. When they're at that podium talking and they not really giving you no damn information and no direction, really, there was no direction, period. That whole regime, you feel what I'm saying? There was no direction, period. So now when I look back at when they was giving interviews and talking, and I look, I'm like, well, these motherfuckers never really gave direction or gave anybody any insight of what they was trying to do, period. And it reflected, right? It literally reflected. Every time they spoke in an interview or whatever, I was confused. And now with these coaches, I'm like, okay, I can see where we're trying to go. I can pretty much tell what the direction of this team will be in order for this team to be successful, or their vision in order for this team to be successful is going to be a hard-nosed, led by the defense, physical team that at the end of the day on offense is going to be a run-first, wide zone team, right? We're going to run the ball down your damn throat. Now, we will throw the ball and take our deep shots with the play action game of things of that nature. But if we're throwing 40 passes a game, yeah, something's wrong. I'm not going to cap. If we're throwing 40 passes a game, something's wrong. So at the end of the day, we're trying to be that team where Zamir probably taking the bulk of that, probably getting another touches sprinkled in by some other running backs, and that's what's going to lead the charge. Play action game coming to that. Now, of course, we'll be able to throw the ball with the weaponry that we have, but at the end of the day, it's going to be led by that running game. That's first and foremost, right? I think all of us in Raider Nation can pretty much agree that this is probably going to be a run-first team. That I don't see no indications on nobody saying like, oh, yeah, we about to be throwing the ball hella times, regardless of who starts, regardless if it's Gardner, regardless if it's AOC. We're not about to be throwing the ball hella times. I just cannot envision it. I can't see it. But with that, all right, I still think that formula could work. It could work. Could work. I'm not saying that's my favorite style. If it was up to me personally, we probably play a little different style. But, okay, if that's what we're going to go with, we can all pretty much understand. And I would say I would be correct in assessing that's the direction of the team. So if that's the case, right, what are we seeing so far, right? Because we pretty much locked in to the direction of where we're going. So at that point, if the philosophy ain't going to change from them things, then we better hope that what you have in place can fit what you want to do, right? So is what we have in place fitting what we want to do so far? When these coaches speak, when we hear certain players about certain players, yes. Now, I still have my concerns, but we'll talk about that later, right? So at the end of the day, I want to go ahead and talk about some of what the coaching staff was talking about today before that mini camp practice started today, and what they were kind of talking about as far as some of the players they were impressed with. Okay, so we're gonna start with Rob Ryan, bro, because Rob Ryan was saying a lot. I ain't gonna lie. Rob Ryan was saying a lot, and he was also a very, very good interview. So if you have not seen Rob Ryan's interview so far, definitely go check that out. It was definitely a good one. But at the end of the day, right, we're gonna start off with some key points. Number one, he said something about my guy Palomar, right? And shout out to my guy Chris and Leo in the building. They know what's up. I'm a huge Isaiah Palomar fan, right? I like that. I like him. Definitely, I think he has what it takes for us to finally find that safety that can solve our tight end problems, right? I think that can be something. But he says, better watch out for Isaiah Palomar this year. This year could be a big year. So that's one thing that Rob Ryan said that really stuck out to me, right? He's talked about Isaiah Palomar, and I love that, right? Also, he talked about, and we're going to start with the safeties, but this is for all the safety hate, right? Marcus Epps is so much better than people think. The Eagles blame the 8 coordinators they had, but losing a great player like that really hurts your defense. I thought that was important to highlight because at the end of the day, right, I've talked about with my guys for a lot of this time, right? When we talk about the safeties and who's going to get kept, who might not get kept, where's the money going to get allocated to, right? When we talk about who's getting paid. Epps is a very, very good player. In my opinion, I believe he's more valuable. If you're talking about 2 safeties, he's more valuable right now than Trayvon Merrick. That's my opinion. But I believe that was one of the better signings we've had because I think he completes that secondary for sure. So when you talk, think about this now. Think about this, okay? Now I'm not saying it's something huge, but just keep it in the back of your mind because I may bring this up later. All right, we see a lot of people talk about Palomar. This ain't the first time I've heard lots of people talk about Palomar. Epps, to me, is more valuable. He has the captain aspect, can call out plays, change defense, right? And at the end of the day, has experience in playoff games and things of that nature. I'm not hearing too many things about our guy, and we talking safeties, and we all pretty much know who we talking about because it's a money year at this point. I ain't hearing nothing from number 7, right? And this is the year, buddy boy, right? You feel what I'm saying? This year, I need Trayvon Merrick to ascend, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and check this out. Last year's performance was good and a step in the right direction. But if he gives us last year's performance again, is that enough to pay him big bucks? Y'all let me know. That's all. You feel what I'm saying? That y'all let me know. If Trayvon Merrick repeats the same performance of last year, is that enough to give him big money? All I'm saying, I'm not saying anything too crazy right now. I'm saying is just keep your eye on that, right? Just keep your eye on that position right there, because one of them safeties that's starting this year is not going to be here next year. If they are, I'm going to be super surprised, right? I'm going to be super surprised because I believe so heavily in who else they have in that safety room, and also the money aspect. It's getting wild. It's getting wild. So before we continue, I just want to see some of y'all opinions on this, right? Just want to see some of y'all opinions. And don't trip, Rebel. We're going to talk about Lauby in a second because some people got it twisted, right? Some people got it twisted. We got to educate some peoples, right? And I love my guy Turf, but he one of them. I'm going to have to educate him. But let me see. Rob Ryan said that AP told the coaches and players to be yourself. And that's what you should do 24/7. 24/7. Beezy says, I've been high on Palomar since we picked him up as a UDFA. Yeah, bro. I've liked Palomar. I mean, he went to USC, so watched him a little bit there. But yeah, I like Palomar. Definitely a guy that I've been saying for a while needs more tick, right? Needs more burn. So I think this is a guy, if he gets more tick, like we saw last year, it can get ugly. It can get ugly. Let's see. This team is so solid, like I've been saying. It's going to be very hard to pick the 53-man roster. We have solid depth at every position except for maybe corner. But I believe that's still solid, and we'll talk about that soon. But yeah, definitely. There's everybody has to play with their A game as far as this mini camp and as far as training camp, because at the end of the day, there's no day to breathe. There's no room to breathe. If you make a mistake, you gotta look over your shoulder, bro. Because not in a bad way, but just because everybody may be playing at such high of a level. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody may be playing at such high of a level. You can't make no mistake. And if you do, that may be the difference between first, second, or third string, right? You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's the type of competition you need. It's the good, healthy competition, right? May the best man win at the end of the day. May the best man win. Beezy, people don't understand how big Epps means to this defense. Thank you. I don't understand. There was a portion of the offseason where there were people talking about Epps is trash. Epps is this. Never understood that. I was never on that wave, and I will never agree with that. He, to me, was one of the factors that took this defense to another level. He was. There's no coinky dink, right, that you sign him and a couple maybe other factors, but at the end of the day, you sign him, and now the defense is better than it was. And I don't even want to hear it wasn't good before McDaniels got fired. Stop it, right? The defense kept us in games the entire year. Now, granted, the defense was better when McDaniels got fired and AP got hired. The defense got better, but it was never garbage that whole year. Last year, it was never garbage. It kept us in games. Quite frankly, if the offense played better, we probably would have won more games that first half of the season. So let's not get that twisted. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that at all. But Rebel says, yeah, but with Marcus Epps and Trayvon playing 97% of the snaps last year, absolutely, they don't come off the field. It's going to be hard for him to get reps. You would think that, but when a coach envisions a role for a player, or he plays so well that he has to get on the field, it's hard to keep him off the field. It's hard to keep him off the field. I'm telling you that right now. If they are envisioning a role for him and they see him excelling in that role and he's actually doing what they're envisioning, oh yeah, bro, he's going to play. He's going to play. I kid you not. Because he's already doing one thing that, as much as Trayvon has improved, I will say that he struggles with. He's already picking passes off, right? He's already causing turnovers. For as long as Trayvon has been here, that is the one thing I was banking on when he came out of school. I was like, all right, bro, we going to have a ball hawk. We're going to have a guy that can find the football. Up to this point, y'all may disagree, but I've been disappointed up to this point with his ability to find and locate the football for turnovers. That's just me. I've been disappointed with that. So far, when Palomar has gotten his snaps, I've seen turnovers. That's just plain and simple. I'm going to play the dude that's going to get the ball. That's going to get the football. That's just me. So that may be a factor there. Also, another factor Chris says, hybrid safety linebacker, bro. That I can see too. He can do that. Like I said, this is a dude to me where I can see finally solving the tight end problems. Now, I'm not saying all the way, but at the end of the day, at least better than what it's been, right? At least better than what it's been. For sure. Let me see. I disagree. I think both of those safeties are not going anywhere. Did you hear the coaches talk about them? They're best friends. They're very tight-knit group. I agree. But the money ain't best friends with nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Like, money ain't friends with not a single soul, right? So when they friends now, but when that dollar sign come up next year, right? and your boy's looking at it, and another team may offer him an X amount of dollars, and we only offering him this, how much is friendship really worth at this point? That's all I'm saying, right? How much is the friendship worth when somebody offers you this bag and we only gonna say, we not gonna give you all that. We'll give you this though. We'll see, right? We'll see. Now, this is something too, right? Got to talk this. I'm glad Chris brought this up. They're not talking Chris Smith either. That is worrying me. It's worrying me. I'm not going to lie to you because they already drafted a safety this year. Ain't nobody talking about Chris Smith. I mean, now it's starting to look like he's going to have to carve that special teams role, man. You're going to have to carve that special teams role. That's what it's looking like. But too early to tell. But so far, if we're going off the tea leaves and all that other stuff, yeah, it's worrying so far that they're not talking about Chris Smith. I'll give you that. Definitely worrying. Let me see. So as we continue, right? Boom. So as we continue with the coaching interviews, right? We look at now what Coach Rob Ryan says about our guy Malcolm Koonce, right? Says about our guy Malcolm Koonce, and I'm hearing it from everywhere, right? This is Chris's guy. This is a lot of TRS. I mean, we all like him. But a lot of this is the second coach. Patrick Graham, number one, said he's now taking true mastery of the craft. And now you see Rob Ryan say something similar along those lines about Malcolm Koonce. Are we poised to see a huge year, right? Are we poised to see a huge year from Malcolm Koonce? That's what I'm banking on, right? That's what I'm banking on. We need that. We need that for this defense to be a top 5 defense, to be a top 10 defense, number one, right? We've only had, let's keep it a bean, right? We're keeping it a buck. We've only had really one good year of defensive play. One, right? I mean, the year before that was okay. It was all right, right? And then you go this past year, that's good, right? But that's only 1 year, bro. We need to be consistently, right? We need to be consistently in the top 10 for us to now say, okay, we got to jump to that 5. So in order for us to be a continuous, right, and also perennial top 10 defense, this defensive line has to take it up a notch, right? They have to play at a level. And Malcolm Koonce is that key, right? He's that key because we know what Max is going to do. You know, I say it all the time, especially when the season comes on, right? If you're new to the channel, I say this all the time, especially when the season comes. But what's understood don't have to be explained, right? When you talk about Max, it's one of those dudes, right? Certain dudes, what's understood don't have to be explained. So Max, we know what that is, right? We already understand. Malcolm, to a degree, Christian Wilkins as well, right? He's another one of those dudes that fall under that category. Kind of understand what you're going to get from that on a daily basis. You feel what I'm saying? You understand what you're going to get from that from a daily basis. But now, the wild cards are where the difference comes, right? The wild cards are where the difference comes. Like, Malcolm is a wild card. Tyree, he's a wild card. We need them to perform. And if they perform at a high level, there's no telling what this defense can be. Like, there's really no telling. We can be honestly one of the better, if not the best D-line in the entire league. We could. With what we have in the room, with the potential that's in there, that's not too far-fetched, honestly. It's not too far-fetched. You feel what I'm saying? Especially when you talk about if you go a NASCAR package and Tyree and Malcolm are what we think they can be. Yeah, it's not too far-fetched, bro. It's not. So I see a lot of hype for Malcolm, and rightfully so from what he did to end the season off. But at the end of the day, right, this is a money year. Last year was the first year I saw him in that starting role. Okay, how many games does it take for y'all? And this is where I'm going with this, because I love what he's talking about Malcolm Koonce, but this is I got to ask the question: how long does it take for y'all to say we need to sign him to a contract extension? Is it now, or do you need a little more? Do you need a little more to say, all right, I can give him big money now? Or do you say, let's do it now and take that shot now? I don't know. Y'all let me know down below, man. Y'all let me know down below. Hold on. Coaching comments. Boom. You know I gotta put my little headline up. But y'all let me know down below, man. Right? How long do you give until Malcolm Kuntz is re-signed? Do you do it now? Or do you wait? Right? Do you need a little more convincing? I know where I'm at, but I gotta see y'all answers. I gotta see y'all answers first and foremost. But while I'm waiting for that, let's get some of these comments in here, man. Chili, what's the deal, man? Glad you could join and be here in the building, man. Glad you said that. Boom, Space Bees. What else, Space Bees? Everyone's saying I'm crazy that I have Merrick as a trade unsigned player over Epps. I like Ryan's nickname for Palomar to Zay. Yeah, okay. Zay, I like that. I have Merrick as a trade unsigned. No, bro, you're not crazy at all, Space. I'm with you. 100%, bro. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. If it comes to the two, I'm taking Epps. I'm sorry. I don't know. I like Epps a little better. Just to me, he brings more to the table. But let's not hope it comes to that. Let's hope that our boy Trayvon can ascend and be a great player, and then we could just re-sign him, right? That's the best case scenario. That's not me. Even though I'm saying I would take Epps, that's not me saying I don't hope that Trayvon is good. I 100% hope he's good. Because if he is, that's more success for the team. But if he's not, right, obviously, we know what that is. Is he worth 15 mil? That's a question we all must ask ourselves. This question. Let's see. SenCal Grizzly, what's the deal? Rundown. Lauby over or under 900 all-purpose yards and 4 TDs. I'm gonna give you what? I'm gonna give you something. I would bump down to 900. I'd say he gets 750, somewhere around that range. Right? I can see 7. And we talking about all-purpose, we talking about receiving, and we talking about rushing. I could see somewhere around 7. The 4 TDs for sure. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can definitely see them 4 touchdowns. For sure, I can see 4 touchdowns. So I would bump the all-purpose down, but I would keep the touchdowns. And I'm not gonna cap. I'd be okay. I'd be all right with that. I have Lauby similar to Shipley and Philly, tops out 450, 3-4 TDs. I ain't gonna lie. Only reason I said like around 7 is because I think he gonna actually eat in that passing game. I think he gonna eat in that passing game. I ain't gonna lie. Because he's the only guy out of the whole running back committee, and I don't want to get into this too much. We about to talk about that right now, but out of the whole running back committee that can really line up as a receiver. Like, he can actually line up as a receiver. That's not like, oh, we're drafting him and hoping he can do that. Like, he can actually do that. So I don't know. We're gonna see. But let me see the Malcolm. What you talking about, Malcolm, man? Malcolm getting 12 sacks. Oh, if he gets 12 sacks, there's no doubt about it. You better re-sign him quick, fast, and hurt. That's all. Let me see. How many total sacks we thinking for the Raiders team? Over, under 40. Now, that's a good... Okay. Max would get like 15, right? I'm saying like 15 for Max, somewhere around there. Christian Wilkins would probably get somewhere around 8 or 9, right? So boom, we add that. Get your calculator because I don't feel like doing this quick math right here. So we go 15. Boom, I say he gets 8. Let's just say on the low hand, he gets 8. We had 23. All right, my boy Chili just said Malcolm is going to get 12 sacks. So if he gets 12 sacks, we already at 35, right? That's 3 dudes with 30. That's 3 dudes, 35 sacks combined in between, right? So boom. All right. How many does Tyree get? That's the next question. All right. Me personally, I said he's going to get somewhere from 7 to 8. So let's go on the low end and say he gets 7 sacks, right? Let's say Tyree gets 7 sacks. Out of 4 players, you just got 42 sacks from 4 players. That's not even counting some of the rotational pieces, right? We're not even counting John Jenkins. We're not even counting Adam Butler. We're not even counting some of the other dudes that may come on blitzes from the cornerbacks and safety positions. So if we're talking about as a team, right, you got to put over 40. I know y'all like that math we just did right now. But at the end of the day, you got to put over 40, bro. You got to think about it. To me, if I'm a betting man, I'm going over 40 for the season, right? And like I said on Sunday, I think we talked about it on Sunday, sometimes, bro, like, I got to adjust my expectation, right? Because sometimes I've been so used to the Raiders just producing ass numbers, right? Just trash, just producing trash. And I've gotten accustomed. But now, right? Now we have actual expectations. So now we got to start upping the ante, right? 40 is what we used to think. 40, we used to be like, oh, yeah, that's okay. But now when you really think about it, it's like 40, you feel what I'm saying? We want 50, damn near 60. That's where we need to be. 40, damn near 50, damn near 60 sacks as a team. And right there, oh, bro, I can see that 100%. I can see that 100%. Beast, from our third or fourth string running back, I'll take that all day. Okay, talking about that. Kuntz should have 10 to 15 sacks. He has to share with Christian and Max. See, there we go. He says pay Kuntz now. Space B says let's pay him now. I have signed now contract at $17 million per year. 4 years, $60 million guaranteed. So you want to do it before the season starts. Okay, you want to do it before the season starts. I see. St. Cal says over 40. For sure over 40. Sign Kuntz to a 2-year extension, Chris says. $11 million for 2 years. Okay. Interesting. I wouldn't be mad at a shorter term contract. I'm not gonna lie. I would honestly, and let me see what y'all say. Y'all say do it. A lot of y'all say now. A lot of y'all say, okay, Sencal says do it mid-season. Okay. Chili says do it after the season. Space B says do it now. Leo says do it now. Okay, we kind of tied. Okay. Honestly, Telesco is gonna wait just okay. So BZ, you there? Let me see. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. With Malcolm, bro, I will wait till I wouldn't do it now. And that's not saying I don't think he's gonna. That's not saying I don't think he's not gonna have a good season. But the only thing is, I always got to just point out just a little bit of certain things, right? Last year was the first year that I have seen him have a full starter's role, right? The last year was the first time I've seen him have a full starter's role. I don't know if I'm necessarily comfortable with giving him big bread right now. I'm going to just keep it a bean, keep it a buck. Yeah, I think the potential could be there for him to do that. But last year was the first time I've ever really seen that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even the years before that, let's not sit here and be like, oh, yeah, right? If he was going to be out there, he was going to be out there. I understand the coaching staff was trash, but at the end of the day, there was a certain aspect, and I kind of pieced it together, of him and his practice habits before AP took over. As you can see, there is a little... There's a little tidbits going on when they keep telling you he's taking true mastery of his craft. He's doing this, he's doing that. Just to me, there was little tidbits. There was something Gruden said not too long ago. I think Daniel said something too, but he wasn't really practicing the way he's doing now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there are habits that he did not have before that he has now. So at the end of the day, all I'm saying is cool. I do think that he can be that 12-sack player. But if you're going to sit here and tell me you're just outright comfortable giving this man like a 4 or 5 year big money deal with hella money guaranteed after one solid cool year, come on, just me, bro. That's just me. That's one solid cool year. I understand it's going to be cheap right now. I do understand it's going to be cheap right now. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. I've been scarred too many times by trying to give a dude big bread prematurely, right? And then it ended up not working out. You feel what I'm saying? As of right now, okay, you have to think about it. The carrot is dangled as to say, like, okay, you need to have a good year to get paid. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the carrot is dangled right now. You need to have a good year to get paid. If you pay him now, I'm not going to sit there and say like, oh, he's not going to care about the season anymore. But all I'm saying is that's not added either. You feel what I'm saying? That extra layer of motivation is not added either. So a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I understand people saying they want to sign him right now. I get that because it's cheap. It's very, very cheap. But just I cannot shake the fact that last year was the first year I have seen him in that role. I just want consistency. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? If I see consistency, then I'll say, all right, cool. Like, I don't have a problem paying a dude that I know what he's going to do. You feel what I'm saying? I know what he's going to do. So I have no problem with that. That's fine, dude. But as of right now, I can't confidently say like that's what's going to happen. A lot of hope. We hope that he's going to do like 12 or 10 plus sacks. We would think he would get 10 plus sacks because of Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby. But we don't know. We have no idea. We hope he does, but we don't know. That's all I'm saying. Let me see. Ryan mentioned how good Burgess was with Sapp coming, Max and Wilkins. Burgess led us with 17 sacks that year. It would be beautiful. Beautiful. Telesco isn't going to sign Kuz until after the season. I believe that's where I think it's going to go to. Right? You feel what I'm saying? I think Telesco might be looking at this like, hey, you know what I mean? I just got here. But I was in the division. Last year was the first time Malcolm Kuntz ever really caused the ruckus for real. Let's keep it a bean. That's just me, right? But some of y'all are free to disagree. And if that's the case, like I said, you sign him cheap. Cool. If you sign him cheap now, my only thing is I would rather, if you do it now, shorter term deal. Don't do no 5 years and none of that. I wouldn't do all that. But that's just me. That's just me. Malcolm gonna bend them corners and ball out. I have all the faith. Y'all crazy if you think Kuntz will sign a team-friendly deal. He's definitely not. I'm gonna say that right now. He's definitely not. And I'm saying that information fully understanding that. I fully understand he probably won't sign no team-friendly deal. I'm not even gonna sit here and say all that. I'm just saying I'd rather see the consistency. That's it. But if you wait to pay Malcolm and he starts out hot, remember he had 8 sacks in the last 9 games. If he starts out hot like that, bag just went up double. That's fine. And we'll have to pay. We'll have to pay him. That's cool. I'm not gonna cap, bro. Because guess what? If we won 10, 12 games, that don't mean the quarterback issue was solved, is it not? I'm just saying. You feel what I'm saying? If we win 10, 12 games and go to the playoffs, what else do we need? We continue to add through the draft. You feel what I'm saying? Like, at that point, you paying the dudes that's there that just helped you get 10, 12 wins. I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm saying what I'm saying full wholeheartedly knowing that the price may double. But that is a gamble I'm willing to take that gamble than sign a dude too early and he don't do what we expect him to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, I would rather take that gamble, just in my opinion. That's just me. Tony says, we know little of Kuntz personally, as he says very little about anything. We don't know for sure what he would do. 100% agree. I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of hope and faith based on these things, right? We're basing a lot of that. So we'll see. If Kuntz waits to sign and has a breakout year, someone will offer him a bag. Probably. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'd rather take that gamble than to take the gamble of saying, I will sign you to big money now, and then you don't do what you're supposed to do, right? You don't do what we're expecting of you after we give you all that. But I don't know. But like I said, though, my only thing is don't give him no big deal. If you do it right now, just give him like a 2-year deal. I'm fine with that. A 2-year deal, sure, whatever. You know what I mean? That's not nothing that's gonna really break the cap space and break your pockets for years to come. Nah, it'll be that is team friendly, right? 2-3 years, that's team friendly. That's good. We can rock with that. But where my problem will start to lie is if you start saying, like, let's sign him to like a 5-year contract. Now I'm like, all right, bro. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand team faith, but goddamn, too much faith is a thing. You feel what I'm saying? So that's all I'm going with. That's it. Look, See, but this is my thing, right? And you know, Rebel, I mess with you. But you said, look at what he did last year. Now imagine what that defense better with Wilkins. I believe he does better than last year. But this is what I'm saying. When we talk about Malcolm Kuntz, a lot of the sentences sound like this. Look at what he did last year. Imagine what he'll do with Christian Wilkins. We don't know that, right? When you say that about Max, do we know that? Yes, we know that. You feel what I'm saying? We know exactly what in the heck. Even if Christian Wilkins wasn't here, we know what Max Crosby will do. You feel what I'm saying? We know that. So with Malcolm Kuntz, we're like, oh, we assume, we hope, we imagine, but we don't know that. You feel what I'm saying? We would hope that, but once again, we don't know. We gotta see. We're lucky Wilkins is him. He could have been here and been a punk. That is true. Let me see. 2 cents says, could wait until midseason and stay ahead of a raised market. Benefits Kuntz and the team. If Kuntz still balling, he gets paid and team stays ahead of market if it rises. That would be the best case scenario, in my opinion. To sign this man midseason. It's the best case scenario. That is the best case scenario, in my opinion. But as we continue, man, I want to go ahead and continue. We talked about Rob Ryan in the D-line, but I want to touch on, right, Dylan Laube now and these running back comments, right? I want to touch on what he's talking about and all that. So as y'all know, right, our running back coach is Cadillac Williams, right? And first and foremost, we're getting towards the bottom of the hour, but make sure you guys are tapping on the like button, tapping on that subscribe button. This conversation been flying by, bro. This has been a real fire conversation. Football is back. So y'all already know we just be flying through it, man. We just be chopping it up like we do. So remember, make sure you hitting that like, hitting that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel and you done made it this far in the video, you might as well hit on that subscribe button, bro. You might as well do it. You know what I mean? You done made it this far. We 52 minutes in, man. That's 52 minutes you ain't getting back. You might as well go ahead and hit on the subscribe button and come back for some more. That's all I'm saying, right? But at the end of the day, as we continue with the comments, I want to get into some offense, right? I want to get into some offense. I'm going to get into some of y'all comments in a minute because my guy, SenCal Grizzly, is giving me some great questions, bro. I'm not going to lie. He's giving me some great questions. And I'm going to definitely touch on some of them questions, Grizzly, but I want to get to some of this information. And then we're going to go ahead and go down with the comment section or the question section right there because you giving me some fire. I ain't going to lie. You giving me some things to think about. Okay, so our guy Cadillac Williams, right? When we talk about the running back coach, went ahead and gave us some real good insight about what's going on with that running back room. Now, I know a lot of people are skeptical when it comes to my guy. Dylan Laube. Man, let's keep it a bean. When you say Dylan Laube's name right now, I see a part of Raider Nation is half and half, right? We're half and half. Some are like, yeah, you know, I'm on that spectrum of saying, I think he's going to have a nice year. I think he's going to have a big year, right? And when I say big year, don't think I'm like, 1,000 yards. But whatever, he's going to have an impactful year. Some are saying, he's just a 6th-round rookie. This man ain't going to do anything, right? But reading what Cadillac Williams says, right? He says, okay, Dylan Laube takes what he learns in the classroom and applies that on the field. Really good with his hands, very quick, very explosive, right? And said a number of different things as well, but able to play in the special teams, right? Able to receive the ball, not just be a one-trick pony at the running back position. He has a lot of versatility that we've been missing in that room, right? I'm not saying Josh wasn't there, but Josh was his own person. We needed more than just Josh, and it showed sometimes. We needed more than just Josh Jacobs. At this point, he's going to give us a different element that we have not had in a couple of years. In a couple of years, we ain't had this element. A running back that will be able to actually be a pure receiving threat. He can be a pure receiving threat, right? And, you know, my guy SenCal asked the question, how impactful could he be this year? What's his all-purpose yardage? His touchdown ratio? I'm telling y'all, If he has around 700 to 750 yards all purpose, I will not be surprised, bro. I won't be surprised at all. You feel what I'm saying? Even if you sit there and you want to bump it down to 650, I won't be surprised at all if he has that. If he has 4 to 5 touchdowns, I will not be surprised, bro. I won't, because of the multitude of ways he's going to get on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be multiple bites of the apple when you're talking about touches, right? And the touches he can receive. That's all, right? Now, he's going to be, like I said, he's going to play a part in the passing game. He's going to play a part in the running game. But at the end of the day, I think if this guy has a total of 700 all-purpose yards, I'm not going to be surprised whatsoever, bro. I think he can be that good. Now, I understand there is some section of the fan base that's like, oh, no, I'm not with that. Well, that's because some people were hyping him up to be Christian McCaffrey 2.0. I won't go that far. But at the end of the day, I can see an Austin Eckler type of game with Dylan Lowry, right? Similar type of game to Austin Eckler. I can see a similar type of impact as Austin Eckler's was used, right? I can see that. This year, our short yard game is going to be crazy. It's going to be wild, bro. And I can kind of see how they're going. It's going to be a lot of the short yardage passing that's going to get the job done. Why? Because you have multitudes of players on this offense that can take 5-yard routes, 5-yard catches, and turn them into 30-yard games. Multiple players on this offense that can do that. That's why this team is going to be a screen-heavy team, a short yardage throwing team. It's going to be heavy, right? It's going to be heavy. Because at the end of the day, you got about like 4 guys that if you give them something short, they can break a tackle and take it into and make it a big game, right? Dylan Lowry is one of those guys. He's one of those guys, right? That he'll be able to take a short game, maybe our screen game for sure can ascend with this dude. For sure can ascend, right? I like Lowry a lot. Now, the thing that does start to scare me is I don't like Lowry to the point where I'm like, oh, he's the RB2. He's got to get 10 carries after Zamir gets like 15, 20. Like, no, I'm not going to say that. But I will say I can see. All right. Now, bear with me. I can see the season starting off with him getting about like maybe 2 to 4 catches somewhere in the starting points of the season per game. We're getting 2 to 4 catches. Maybe I can see him start to creep between the 3 to 6 carry ranges, right? 3 to 6 carries. That's to start the season off. And as we continue, do not be surprised if that workload continues to increase. I'm telling you that right now. Don't be surprised at all. He is going to have a sneaky year. He's going to have a sneaky year, man. Not going to lie, man. So make sure y'all keep that in mind, right? And if y'all haven't seen it already, I don't normally plug myself. Y'all already know that be on my show. I don't be plugging myself like that. I need to. But I have an interview with Dylan Lowry, right? If you're new to the channel, I have an interview with Dylan Lowry. On my other channel, it's called The Sick Podcast Raiders Recap. Over there, your boy keeps it a little more buttoned up. Feel what I'm saying? Over here, I'll talk more free. Feel what I'm saying? Over there, I keep it more buttoned up. But got my interview with Lowry over there, right? Real good dude, real cool dude. But we went through the background. We went through some of the history. And at the end of the day, he really broke it down for me and saying like his last year in college, that senior year, he really wanted to hone in on those receiving skills. Hone in being able to go out to the X, to the Y, if need be. Play the slot, if need be, right? He detailed to me that these are things he worked on because he knew in the NFL that's where he can make his mark. So keep that in mind as we continue because he'll be able to make his start and make his mark there. But guaranteed he will continue. Well, Oscar says might as well, homie. Guaranteed, like I'm saying, man, you can't get this hour back, man. You might as well go ahead and subscribe, man. Much love to you, though. Appreciate you for sure, man. Chris, man, appreciate that. Very fine. Space said, did you hear Cadillac talk? He sounded pure country boy like Zeus. I guarantee you they probably get along for sure. They probably get along so well, bro. And it's not even gonna be funny. The next thing I want to talk about too, I know some people aren't really too confident in Zamir. I like Zamir, especially with how this offense is gonna be operated for the running game, right? I like Zamir, bro. I really do. This wide zone that we're gonna be playing, right? This wide zone that this O-line is gonna be blocking, like it's just perfect for his running style, bro. Because this is the type of runner where he needs that one cut and go, right? This is not a dude where I'm like, this is the difference, right? Josh Jacobs, this is a running back you can let pick his hole. He can choose where he wants to bounce and do most of the things. He has that freedom to because he has that side-to-side wiggle, right? So a dude like that, I'm like, all right, I might be able to run more power schemes with you, right? Because you can choose where you want to go. I'll let you choose where you want to go. You got that side-to-side quickness enough where if this hole closes, you'll be able to bounce over here because you see that. With Zamir, he don't have that type of running style. His running style more suits like, okay, we're going to get you maybe taking a wide angle here, let the O-line start to clear out and form that hole for you. And once you see that, put your foot in the ground and take off. That's what he can do, right? That's what he can do. And I think this scheme that Getsy's trying to run is going to fit him tremendously. I can see him being that workhorse. I can see him being that guy, right? That gets that 20 carries. He can get them 20 carries. That's what I like. Now, what's worrying me is what's always worried me since they signed him, and that's Madison, right? That's Madison. I understand some of y'all like him, but he scares me, bro. He scares me, bro. He holds that motherfucker like a loaf of bread, right? He hold that motherfucker like a loaf of bread, and first of all, bro, I shouldn't even be hearing not a word of the ball hitting the ground in OTAs, bro. Be real with yourselves, all right? We just talked about standards and all that other shit not too long ago. The ball hitting the ground in OTAs is unacceptable. It's unacceptable, bro. I don't give a damn how you try to spin it to me. We not even in pads, bro. We're not even in pads. I don't care how you try to spin it, right? That's not good. So whatever he needs to, he's on the team now. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, cut him. I'm not going to say all that. But whatever in the hell he needs to do to fix that, it's got to get fixed. Because when I first said it, right, and I don't want to turn this into all that, but when I first said it, when we signed him, I said he got a little bit of a fumbling problem. A lot of people hopped on here and was like, no, he don't. What are you talking about? And to Alfredo's point, right? Yes, he fumbled. Yes, he has already fumbled. I'm not gonna say it's multiple times, but I've already heard about one for sure. I've heard about one. Maybe it was another one. But at the end of the day, I'm like, bro, come on, bro. We ain't got pads on. Let's keep it a bean, keep it a buck, bro. That shit is unacceptable. We can't be messing with that. We just talked about all that. Hold it to the standard. But this has been the problem that I've had since we done got him, right? I've never really felt this signing from the jump. I don't feel like it's dynamic enough to be a number 2 to Zamir White. You get what I'm saying? Like, he don't compliment Zamir at all. At all, to me. He don't. I think we could have done better. But he's here now. So we will hope that he gets his shit together. Right? We will hope that he gets his shit together for the sake of the offense. That's all. For the sake of the offense, bro, he has to. But it starts to worry me, the depth, when you get past Madison now. It's like, and tomorrow, shout out to Turf. We will be there for Turf and Rundown. Like, if this was tomorrow and Thursday, Turf is probably going to sit here and try to give me some whole spiel about, but we have Sincere McCormick, or we have this, and we have that. Oh, bro, stop it. Right? That's the same thing when somebody comes to me and says, but we got Jacorian Bennett. We got Brandon Faison. We got, like, come on, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it a bean. Now, I'm not gonna say anything. Ja'Cory Bennett probably a bad one, but that's the same thing when we talk about like Brandon Faison and all these other guys that have been on the team for years, and we've seen the impact so far, right? Lackluster. We just keep it at a beam, right? I just keep it 100. That's all. You feel what I'm saying? It's been lackluster. Can we can't do better than that? That's all I'm saying, right? I just want the question to be answered. Can we not do better than Sincere McCormick and Britton Brown? And, those are because Abdullah and Lauby, I put them in a little different class, right? Special teams, receiving type of back, right? That's where I put them. Receiving type of back, right? They have a special role. They're not going to be doing everything, right? Receiving, some running. Are you going to be pass blocking a lot? Not really. You feel what I'm saying? And special teams. That's Abdullah and Lauby. So you put them in another category for real. But now, with all that, Zamir's the number one, right? Now you talk about Alexander Madison. Okay, Britton Brown. All right. Sincere McCormick. All right. Who's after that? I don't know who's after that. So now we can't do better than that. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's it. And if that group right there. So take Zamir White out of it. That's your running back group. Alexander Madison, Sincere McCormick, Britton Brown. These are your guys. Are y'all confident in that? I just want to know. I just want to know. That's it. Right. And if you are, hey, right, I need your strength. I need your strength and faith. Because at the end of the day, I don't have enough, my brother. I don't. So that's what look. No. Barbecue chicken. Exactly. My thoughts exactly. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. Now, I see my guy Matt saying Bowers will do that too. But honestly, Matt, Bowers is going to probably get, if anything, 2 handoffs every other game. You feel what I'm saying? Like every other game, he's probably going to get a handoff here and there. And realistically, them handoffs is going to be like sweeps, fly sweeps. You feel what I'm saying? It's not going to be no like, we finna go back there and hand this man the ball like it's a for real handoff. Hell no, this man going to go in motion and we're going to get this man some fly sweeps. That's probably what's going to happen. You feel what I'm saying? If we do give him a handoff, it's going to be some like Chicago Bears, the fridge type of handoff where you just give this man something and he just barrels down in the middle of the line. Like that's literally all it's going to be. He not going to get busy with no handoff for real. He not going to put that shit in the square. It's not going to happen. So all I'm saying is perhaps we pick up another free agent running back after the cut. We would hope. All I'm saying is if you take Zamir White out of the running back room and he's not the guy, how confident are you in that room? That's all. That's it, right? If you take Zamir White out of that running back room and he's not the guy, you feel I'm not confident in that shit whatsoever. And I'm not even going to sugarcoat it like I am. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not even going to sugarcoat it like I am. I have to keep it a bean and a bug. That's just me. So we gotta really, really pay attention to that too. We gotta pay attention because injuries do happen, and we hope for the best, and we knock on wood for everybody that's playing and hope for their health. But at the end of the day, still gotta, you gotta face reality that football is a violent game, right? Football is a violent game, and injuries is a part of the game. So we would hope for that, but that's all we gotta think about. My dude, Cool Kev in the building. What's happening, Kev? He says McCormick couldn't pass Luminor on the outside sweep. Oh, man. Yeah, hey, it's ugly in these streets. But somehow Turf is going to try to spin that and say, oh, but his patience was so good. He didn't need to do that. like, nah, bro. Nah, he couldn't do it regardless if he tried. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty much it. So we already towards the bottom of the hour. You feel what I'm saying? I already went past the hour mark. We already there. So we might as well go ahead and extend this thing to the hour 30 mark. So what we going to do, right? Let's go ahead and get through some of the comments that y'all got coming on. Hold on. Let's get through some of the comments because my guy Grizzly was telling me A lot of things, man. He was saying a lot of things, man. That right there, I think I'm gonna have to put on screen. Let me see. Boom, boom. But make sure y'all get some questions in there, man. Any questions y'all may have that y'all think I can answer, or whatever the case, man. Whatever the case. So I saw my guy Grizz actually give me a comment saying something about Trey Tucker. Oh my God. Hey, your boy is tripping, bro. Your boy is tripping. I have some more news I got to share with y'all real quick, right? I'm tweaking out. I'm bugging out, right? I'm bugging out. It's been 2 weeks. I done took a damn vacation, then took all this, and I done forgot how my own damn show worked. Ain't that wild? But at the end of the day, still got one more piece of information, and we got to talk about the O-line, because that's a very, very important piece of the puzzle of whatever we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about the O-line just real quick, and we talk about I believe James Chegg, right? He the new O-line coach talks about Dylan Parham transition to right guard, right? So we do have to put that in there, because I think that's huge. So at the end of the day, I think when you look at what he says number one, moving Dylan Parham to right guard is better for him because it's more of a natural position, especially with the wide zone that we're trying to play, right? Especially with the wide zone that we're trying to play, helps Dylan be quicker with his feet and mind, right? Be quicker with his feet and mind. So at the end of the day, okay, it's the coaching staff feels, and I think it's 100% warranted, that Dylan Parham is better suited on that right side, and it's probably a natural position, especially for the zone scheme that we're trying to run. Not only that, when you break it down more simplistic, like you'd like to put a rookie in between two veterans rather than putting a rookie right next to a right tackle it's going to be his first time starting too, right? So putting in more simplistic sense, yeah, that's one, definitely. But had to give you that O-line news real quick, right? Had to give you that O-line news real quick. Can't let y'all leave without that, right? Y'all had to get that. But go ahead and let's see what y'all talking about. So once again, right, go back to it. My boy Grizz talked about what do we expect from Trey Tucker this year. All right. Me personally, I expect a very good year from Trey Tucker. Very good year. Now, that's crazy. I did think about Dylan Lowby and what I said for his total, right? So honestly, I can see Trey Tucker giving me somewhere in the 600 ranges, 650 as far as his receiving yardage, right? About like I can see 3 to 6 touchdowns from Trey. 3 to 6 touchdowns from Trey this year. 600 to 700 yards. I can see that as a receiving standpoint from him. Definitely going to be the deep threat of the offense. For sure going to be the deep threat of the offense. But I can see Trey doing his thing, man. I can see him only ascending, for sure. I've been a supporter of Trey Tucker since he was drafted. Since y'all can, and I'm so glad I started YouTube last year, boy. Y'all can go back into the channel last year, and as soon as we drafted Trey Tucker, y'all can look on my channel. I say, yeah, Hunter Renfro's out of here. As soon as we drafted Trey Tucker, I already knew, right? Hunter Renfro's out of here. Why? Because when I watched this tape, I watched his film, I say, yeah, bro, if this man gets his route running together, gets the nuance of the route running, and his hands are more steady, it's over. It's over. There's not a corner that can probably stay with him for real. It's over. So I think Trey is going to have a very, very nice year. Very nice year. I can't wait to see what Trey does. Very happy we got him, man. Very happy we got him. What else? He has running back. Quarterback scenario, right? Quarterback scenario. Looking at the quarterback scenario, it's pretty even right now. Quarterback scenario is pretty even. If you're asking me who I would go with, I'm going with Aiden to win the quarterback battle. I just feel like that accuracy is going to be what sets him apart in the battle, right? The accuracy is going to be the separator between the two. Now, yes, Minshew can move, but if the line plays the way we think it's going to play, right? If the line is going to take that step up, the offensive line takes that step up like we think it will, then at that point, if there's protection Aiden is going to win that battle because of that accuracy, in my opinion. That's just where I'm at. But as we're sitting right now, and we're just talking about the facts, it's even to me. Very even. Very even. If there was a lead, Aiden has it by like, you feel what I'm saying? Like that fraction, a millimeter. Like he has a millimeter fraction of a lead, if he has any lead. So as of right now, it's definitely you know what I mean? It's definitely neck and neck for the quarterback position. We'll see as it goes on. From what I do read, more days than most, the goddamn offense is struggling. You feel what I'm saying? Like, from what I do be reading, the offense be struggling sometimes. More days than not. You feel what I'm saying? They be struggling. So, man, I mean, and you can attest that to the defense being as good as it is. You feel what I'm saying? The defense is good, for sure. So, ain't nothing to really hang your hat on, because if we do have a top 10, top 5 defense, then that's what you want, right? You want the defense whooping that ass in practice. So when you get to playing other teams, you're like, oh, this is cake. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what you would like. But yeah, for more times than I read, it's like, yeah, they be struggling. They kind of got to get their footing. But they also learning a new scheme as well. So when training camp comes along, we should get more of that, right? We should definitely get more of that. Let me see. You really don't want Bowers to take all that punishment, especially in his rookie year. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't want him to take all that punishment either, man. Definitely would. And if the O-line is rocking, definitely the RBs look good for sure, man. For sure. Oscar, man, appreciate that, man. Definitely got this from my guy Dark Side, man. So let me see if I'll pull his Instagram up. See if I can pull his Instagram. Boom. So the clothing brand in the page is Dark Side 22. Let me see. Y'all can see that. Boom. Hold on. Put it up. Oh. See that right there? Hold on. Follow my guy, man. Follow my guy. Dark Side 22, man. Follow my guy. He got all the merch, all the hats you see your boy run down in that stylish attire. You feel what I'm saying? It's definitely from my guy, Dark Side. So definitely hit him up. Hit him up on Instagram. And Leo, if you can, man, go ahead. Put his Instagram right here on the comment section, man, so people can go ahead on that. Let me see. SoCal in the building. What's up, dog? Guys, you can make it, man. I heard that Miller will be out a couple of regular season games. I hope that's not true. Damn. Where'd you hear that, Matt? Where'd you hear that? Because if that's the case, is this the same injury that kept him out at the end of last season? Because if it is, I'm worried. I ain't gonna lie. I'm worried. If this injury is the same injury that kept him out last season, and it's gonna keep him out some regular season games, I'm worried. I ain't gonna lie. That scares me. Scares me for the future too. Scares me for the future. So I don't know. I hope not. Okay, Beezy with the hot take. Michael Mayers will have a bigger role in the offense than Bowers this year. I don't think that's a hot take at all. I completely agree with that. I think it should be this way. I ain't gonna lie. I think it should. Because Mayer's not gonna have to come off the field. You feel what I'm saying? He's a traditional tight end. So more of a traditional tight end. Let's put it like that. So at the end of the day, he's not really gonna have to come off the field. Bowers, on the other hand, not really a traditional tight end. We're saying like you're gonna put your hand in the dirt. You're gonna be getting on there on the offensive line. Like he can do it, but you know, Mayer is more of that guy. So I definitely see Mayer having more impact. And at the same time, they're both growing together. We have not seen Mayer's ceiling. Not even close. Not even close. You feel what I'm saying? There's still more of Michael Mayer to be seen. For sure. I'll be the first to say, if you think that you've seen the best of Michael Mayer, yeah, think again, bro. We definitely about to see some shit. I ain't gonna lie. I was excited when we got him. I'm excited for him now. I still think he's gonna do his thing, man. Let me see. Boom. Okay. Ben says Miller has shoulder surgery. He should be ready for season. If not, we have backups. Yeah, Agree, Ben, but at the same time, it's scary still. Still scary. If that's a thing that's keeping him out a whole off season. You feel what I'm saying? And I honestly don't want to play DJ Glaze in that position, right? I don't want to do that. I know we got Andres Pete, but Andres Pete isn't Colton Miller. We're gonna take a little step back off that. So at the end of the day, it's all right. Let's see. Truthfully, Tony, the season sort of falls on that O-line. Miller, I have faith in Andre is solid. Just needs to play a bigger role. I know a center and all, but we had a lot of departures. And dude, we signed. Yeah, from New Orleans looks okay. He's all right. Pete is all right. Yeah, you get all right production. But like I said, he's not, you're going to take a step back if it's not Colton Miller for sure. I will say that. You're going to take a step back. I believe we make the divisional round. Yeah, I do like that, though. I do think so. Oh, my guy, Oscar from Colorado, man. Hey, dog, you definitely in that enemy territory. Yeah, you in that enemy territory, man. That jersey makes my goddamn eyes hurt every time I see it. I don't know what's uglier, right? That powder blue shit or that goddamn nasty orange, right? I don't know what's uglier. Sometimes I go back and forth. I think that powder blue shit just makes me want to throw up, though. Every time I see the Chargers wear that powder blue, it's like, it makes my ass itch. You know what I mean? It just makes my ass itch every time I see the Chargers in that. Broncos, it's hard to have feelings. As like a younger fan, it's hard to have feelings towards the Broncos, right? We've been whooping their ass for so long. It's like, why do I care about a peon? You know what I mean? Like who cares? So at the end of the day, it's like, it's probably that. But yeah, bro, the fact you in Colorado, man, you got to look at that. You got to look at that Denver shit all the time, man. But it's okay, bro. You can walk with your chest puffed out. They don't matter. They can't say not a motherfucking thing to you. They better not. They can't. Don't even flap your lips to me until your team beats my team. All right, that's all. All right, don't even flap your lips. Let me see. What else we talking about over here, man? Off rip, I give you that. But at the end of the day, nah. But still, if Colton Miller, if this is keeping him out, we'll see. The QB floor is high, but mobility and experience that Minshew has should be a factor. Oh, it definitely will be a factor. I don't know. I just like the competition of it, bro. I just like the competition, man. That is where I'm at right now. That's why I'm so excited about this, bro. I love the competition. Let me see. Let me see. Those powder blues look like baby clothes. Yeah, bro. This is just terrible, bro. And look, I seen a picture of Joe Alt recently. I'm like, yeah, buddy. It's gonna take you a couple years. It's gonna take you a couple years to get yourself ready for what's about to happen. Right? It's gonna take you a couple years. I'm way more worried about Colton's injury than most people. Yeah, I mean, I haven't really paid attention like that, but we'll see. Can't wait to see. Yeah, that, bro. I don't know. The powder blue might be the ugliest thing in the division, bro. Some people gonna lie to you and say like, oh, it's unique. It's unique. Unique is another word for ugly, right? It's another word for ugly. Don't let them use them gaslighting ass words, bro. Like it's not that. Stop it. Let's see. I know, Matt. Don't call me out like that. I am expecting damn near 600 yards from Lowry. That's not too bad, bro. That's 300 yards receiving and 300 yards rushing. That's really not that bad. If you're talking about 600 yards all purpose. You feel what I'm saying? All purpose, that's not that bad. Beezy. Peyton Manning era was dominant, but that ended quick. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't even have a good enough run for me, and when I'm watching football, for me to dislike them that hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, Peyton Manning, okay. Yeah, but that was like 3 years. So you're like, all right, that's whatever. I cannot stand the Chiefs. Like, that is my number one. I fucking hate the Chiefs. I hate the Chiefs. Charger fans are just annoying, right? They're just annoying. They're like fucking gnats, right? They just don't stop buzzing in your ear. That's pretty much it, right? But it's hard to hear all that buzzing from a motherfucker that ain't never won anything. So then it's like, it's just empty calorie talk to me. So we're all mad about that. The Chiefs is what I'm more concerned about. You feel what I'm saying? That's where I'm concerned. We don't even need to worry about them other teams. All the other teams trying to do the same thing we doing. You feel what I'm saying? Beat them. So why would I worry about y'all and y'all getting y'all ass whipped just like we are? You feel what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro, I don't care about y'all. We trying to get to big dog over there. You feel what I'm saying? We got to get the big dog. Let me see. Man, bro. Hey, appreciate it, Oscar. Definitely appreciate it. But yeah, bro, Colton's injury, we're gonna have to keep track of that, right? We're gonna have to keep track of that. So, hey, my boy Chili just said NCAA all the way. Who gonna be getting, man? Who's getting the new NCAA, bro? Who's grabbing that when it comes out? I know for sure I'm gonna be on that mug, bro. I cannot wait till that comes out. I'm gonna be whooping ass. I gotta take the worst college on the game, and I'm going to make it a powerhouse. Guaranteed. I don't want USC. I don't want I don't want no popular schools. I'm going to take Akron. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to take Akron or something like that, and it's going to get busy, bro. We will be a top 5 school. Guaranteed. So if y'all getting that, and y'all got that PlayStation, or we can play through the Xbox too, regardless of it, bro. Go ahead. Y'all know what time it is, man. Give me a week, and I'm ready to start playing some of y'all, bro. We're going to get it in for that college football 25. And that's a must purchase. I don't care what it is. That's a must purchase. But, in here, man, we getting close to the end. So now that we close to the end, you know what time it is, man. We got to go ahead and start with our last segment of the day, right? Last segment of the day, which is got to give y'all the final rundown, right? Final rundown of everything, okay? Mini camp is finally underway. We're on day 2 right now. So by the time y'all catch your boy rundown on this Wednesday show next week, we're going to be damn near a whole weekend of that mini camp, right? A whole weekend. A lot of information going to be dove into by then, right? So keep a lookout. We talked about, right, D-line, what we expect from the D-line. We talked about Dylan Laube, and continue to just keep your eye on what the media is saying as they watch practice, right? That's all I'm saying. Just keep your eye on that, okay? Continue to keep your eye on the O-line. Of course, the quarterback position, that's only going to ramp up as we continue to go. Running back depth, but that cornerback 2 position is another thing you got to continue to keep your eye on, right? Who is going to win that battle? So continue with that, right? Make sure you guys are keeping in mind all that. And at the same time, right, we talked about cornerback 2, and I know a lot of us had some veteran corners on the market that we wanted, right? We wanted Xavier Howard. Can't have that no more. We all know why, right? Xavier Howard's off the list. Steven Nelson has retired, right? So he's off the list too, and I wanted him. I like Steven Nelson. So now we're only left with a couple names, and that goes Stephon Gilmore and Adoree Jackson, right? I also heard some rumblings and whispers about J.C. Jackson, bro, right? So the couple names that we got to just keep our minds, pay attention to, but I do think it serves the Raiders best to get a veteran corner. And Telesco did say in media day, if y'all watched, there are some players they're in contact with, right? He knows what he's doing with that bread, right? Telesco is very smart. Telesco said a couple things in media day that made me really understand, like, okay, this is a veteran dude. He knows what he's doing. No, to a degree, he knows what he's doing. So keep your mind on how we're doing that. And just watch the energy around the team. You know what I'm saying? The energy around the team is good, bro. See how it continues to grow. See how it continues to extend, right? To excel, to continues to elevate. Because as we continue to go, you start to get to training camp or whatever, shit starts to get mundane. Feel what I'm saying? How does the team hold itself to a standard, right? How does it do that? So let's continue to watch that, man. But once again, man, make sure y'all hitting the like, hitting the subscribe button. I appreciate y'all for real, man, for showing up on another Wednesday. Tomorrow, Thursday, right, is me and Turf. Tomorrow for Turf and Rundown, 9:30 Eastern, right, 6:30 Pacific time. So if you like what you heard today, tune in for my show tomorrow, man, with my guy Turf at 9:30 tomorrow night. as we go and detail some more of that mini camp, and we go over some of that tomorrow. So got some more for y'all tomorrow. And y'all know what time it is Sunday, man. Syndicate Sunday. So pull back up on Sunday. That's 7:30 Eastern time, 4:30 Pacific time. Me and all my brothers are going to go and discuss the ending of the week, what's been going on, and all that, and give that detail. So once again, man, hit on all them buttons, and y'all know what I be saying here on the Raider Rundown, man. We keep it authentic here from the clouds to the ground on the Raider Rundown, man. Y'all be safe this week, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace.